The Boxing Voice.
Last 2 years is what you're able to do with so little. You brought Sergey Kovalev over here and you had him on NBC Sports Network. You built guys like Gabriel Rosado, who's now fighting on HBO and Showtime and getting these lucrative offers. You've made a guy from Russia into a household name, and you started that on NBC Sports Network, something that was kind of ripped from your grasp. And today, obviously, you mentioned it in the press conference, they had a private meeting announcing some new fights, announcing obviously what Al Haymon has in store. And they seem to be very good and competitive matchups on regular television. Even though Al Haymon might have did some shady business dealings with you, do you still, I guess, look and hope that he does well with NBC for the sake of boxing?
I think for the sake of my business, I hope he does well. I'm very proud of the fact that throughout our 3 years with NBC Fight Night, we managed to convince the people who run NBC Sports that boxing should be one of the 10 poles of their sports programming. Al wouldn't have been able to make this deal had I not done that. And by the way, when you mention Gabriel Rosado and Sergey Kovalev, don't forget Brian Jennings and Cunningham and Glaskov, who are going to be on this card, and Isaac Chalemba, who may end up, and several others that are going to be. In fact, at last count, I think we had about 20 guys go. Chris Algieri fought on NBC Fight, like Tyson Fury fought. I mean, if at last count, there are about 20 guys who made it to premium or pay-per-view after being featured first on Fight Night. So. I'm proud of what we did. Our goal was to make boxing more mainstream. If he is able to take what we built and build on it and make boxing more mainstream, God bless him. If more people become interested in boxing, more people are going to tune in to watch a really quality fight, 2 really quality fights, and I hope 3 on March 14th on HBO, because if people like boxing, they're not just going to watch it on one channel. So I hope everybody loves the fights, and I hope everybody loves boxing.
Another name that you didn't mention, while not having the success of winning often, he still was a name. Well, he became a name with NBC Sports, and he was a local draw. And the irony is that he's the biggest name on Earl Spence's resume is Ronald Cruz, which was also built on NBC Sports.
That is true. And Jesus Soto Karass, our first show had Jesus Soto Karass, Gabe Rosado, and Brian Jennings fighting on it. That was our first show. And look at where the 3 of them ended up. Jennings is fighting on HBO. The other 2 have fought multiple times on Showtime and HBO. And, it's a testament to my matchmaker, Jolene Mazzone, Russell Peltz, who was a matchmaker involved in this. They have a great eye, and we know how to build talent. And we're going to keep building talent.
Now, obviously, with your success in NBC, you've branched off and put all your fighters on HBO, but is Main Events and Kathy Duva looking for another outlet where they can continue to build young fighters like the Ronald Cruzes and the Sergey Kovalevs of yesteryear this year?
Ever since USA Network took boxing off the air, I don't even know when that was, in the 90s, I have been constantly searching for another outlet. So that's kind of the normal state of my existence. And it was wonderful to have 3 years where I didn't have to worry, but we're back to business as normal, and we're always looking, and we'll find something. We always do.
Now, speaking
The Boxing Voice.